So Raj Katecha here for Bench Events with Ron Pearson from Beaumont Capital. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Thank you so much for attending the advisory board today for the 2016 GRIF event. Tell us a little bit about what it is that you do.
Well, we're investors across many sectors, but the one I look after is consumer and leisure. So we invest into growing businesses, and the restaurant sector is particularly attractive to us.
Fantastic. And you spent some time on the advisory board today. What were some of your key takeaways from sitting on the advisory board with so many senior folks?
Well, I think there's a big challenge in finding how you globalize restaurant businesses, and there's a number of different factors that you need to take into account, and there's a number of different audiences that you need to be able to address. And I think that's one of the key things from this, is actually making sure you understand who that audience is and how they get addressed and the reasons for them attending, and just be very clear about why you're attending and why somebody is attending, and then how the forum does address the needs, if you like, and then the desires of the attendees.
And what are your needs and desires from the event? What is it you're looking for? I mean, for example, of course, you sit quite high up in the food chain in terms of private equity and investment. What would it take for a business to impress you, get your attention from the restaurant and hospitality space?
Well, for us, it's about a differentiated proposition, but it's a differentiated proposition that has true scalability. It has the ability to find properties, and it has the management that can sustain that as the business scales. So they're the key factors that we're looking for, and it's demonstrating the ability to work in a number of different locations. You typically look at, you're successful in one country. The big question is, and there's not many that have actually proven it, that can they genuinely scale internationally?
Well, you mentioned scale there a couple of times today, and I think one of the interesting territories for a lot of the folks who came from all different aspects in the industry, say, was China. When you talk about scale, is China now a de facto part of that conversation?
It's certainly an ambition for many people, and I think the ambition is to be able to get a brand that can work there. But if you take the prime example of a mid-market casual dining restaurant is Pizza Express.
Right.
They've spent a long time there, and I believe, I have no evidence, but my understanding is that they are now becoming successful.
Right.
But it's taken them a long time to do it. So if somebody can crack that market, it's the one that you really can achieve significant scale. Clearly, there's huge number of cities there with individual scale as a city. So if you can do something there with a lot of clusters, you're going to be a very successful business.
Would you say that you were more interested in a company that's looking for global dominance as a mid-market brand, or just dominance in China? If you could choose one or the other, which one would appeal to you most at the most elementary level?
I think there are very few businesses that have been genuinely successful globally.
Okay.
Particularly in mid-market restaurants. I think it will be over the next 20 or 30 years, there will be an increasing number. But China in its own right, if you're successful there, you will have a very big business. If you can be successful in China, and you've got something that is attractive in China, you could be successful in other markets, India being another obvious market. And there are very few businesses that have A, the appeal, and B, the management knowledge. So you need to work out a way of being able to, if you like, buy or joint venture or whatever you need to do in order to be able to address those markets.
So the balance in these new markets is management, the capability of the management and the capability of the brand to build appeal in those territories.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that nugget of insight. Thanks for spending time talking to Bench Events.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.